So recently had a little bit of an issue arise. Just so you know, it's your realtor Katie, also known as your realtor for life. But I want to share this with you guys because I think at some point you may run into this issue, and then maybe this will help you out. Okay, so I had a client and a new, first time home buyer, and her funds were limited, but she had some funds of her own, but her funds were limited, and we found a home. But when we did the numbers, it looked like we were going to be, a little bit over her debt to income ratio, because she did have some other debt. So we were really tight. And so we knew that the lender was having some problems with it. And, and so we were like, what are we going to do? Can't do the loan. So what I did was I said, let me think. So I went to the seller and we just requested the seller to contribute to the buyer's closing costs. And so, but what we did with that, it wasn't so that she could bring in less money. What we did with that contribution, because the seller did agree, because at this point we made a full offer price. Seller just wants to sell the home, so at that point, let's do what we can do. So we raised up the purchase price just a little bit, I think it might have been like $4,000, which in the grand scheme of a 30-day loan, absolutely doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay. And so, but what we did with that money that the seller gave the buyer, we bought the interest rate down a little bit. What that did is bing, 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 you got it. It brought our debt to income ratio a little bit lower so that we could close escrow. Bang. So next time you're out, if you have that problem, use my little tip. For more tips, always check on my YouTube channel because I got some tips for you. It's your realtor Katie, also known as your realtor for life. Have a wonderful weekend. It is beautiful here in Southern California. A little hot, but beautiful nonetheless. Have a wonderful day.